Hey everybody, Dave Nasty here at Next Level Guitar. How are you? We're going to have a fun time today with this lesson. We are going to be inspired by the style of one Mr. Ray Flacke. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk about some double stops. We're going to play some pentatonic type stuff, use a little bit of hybrid picking. It's going to be pretty easy to understand and very useful. So let's go ahead and get started. And we'll start nice and slow. We're going to start off of the A position of our guitar. So what I'm going to initially talk about is how to make this sound. And just make all of that kind of work and add some sense to that. There is a lot more structure to it than what just happened there even. But what we're going to do is we're going to think about an A chord, and I'm going to look at my root note being right here. Now, I've done other double stop videos where I talk about this really cool pattern of 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, and it puts you back at your octave, right? I'm looking at my A over here. 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1. Now, what's significant about this and what isn't in the other video, okay, and that's one thing that I want to talk about first, is the fact that when we play with those, we can look at them from one chord to another, but we can use a lot of chromaticism, and we can actually think of other chords and still be playing the desired chord we are thinking of. I'll go there in a minute. So first off, we're going to use some chromaticism, and we're going to start with this one. That's what I had here for my one position, but now in the style of this player, it's kind of nice and choppy sounding, but I'm going to use these two fingers, and I'm going to double stop that guy, plucking it, and I'm going to hit what is to be like a dead note on that low string. To be honest, even if you hit an open string, it's all good. I'm going to take that, and I'm going to do this really nice dark interval here, where I'm going from 3 to 4, and I get... Now, this goes boom, boom, dead note. It's really crazy stuff, right? It's an acquired taste for some, but I love this kind of playing. From here, we're going to jump up to the dominant tonalities of 4 and 5 to 5 and 6. I'm putting a dead note on the string that is the lowest for each one before I go into it. That's going to be my next one. He's got a tune called Double Stoppin', and this is not this tune, but this is in the style of it. And what's fun about this is we have all of these other double stops that we can play with, and if we hit that dead note before, we could chromaticize the you-know-what out of them. That's a good one. So, stuff like this. Fourth. You'd be surprised the content that you can get out of these double stops. And I'm just moving them now. I can go from here and doing the same thing. A little bit of chromaticism. Now if I go from here, I get the same thing again. Now I'm into this A. So as you can see, with the use of double stops and chromaticisms, we quickly jump to another location. In the style of this player, you find yourself maybe in this A chord going in something that sounds totally dissonant at first, but when you speed it up, and we get all of this, now when we're working, we're into this A chord. And now I can take this A chord, and I can break it up. I can hybrid pick it, and I can slide them 1/2 step to the left. So in the style of this player, you get double stops all over the place, and it's this fun way of kind of executing with our right hand. Now, one other thing that this player would do, and I'll even say, we'll switch it up here, kind of in banjo rolls. We can even probably put this in the lesson. It'll be great. Players like John Five and a lot of these other guys pick up on a lot of these things. And when you're doing these rolls, we can outline chords. So let's actually talk about how to outline an A chord using a roll. Much in the style of this player, but other players as well, and we'll call it a day. So I'm going to start by going 5, 4, or A to a C sharp and to an open D. Now notice I'm picking and I'm rolling with my right hand. I'm going to go 4, 2 to an open G. This is C sharp to an E to an open G. Now I'm going to go with my first finger, E hitting the G and the D open. I'm going to call this a flat 7. So I'm going to hit my G. I'm going to go to my A. Hit my G again, my A, and now I'm going to go dominant G. Up to my A. Fun stuff that we can do. And the style of this player that uses our right hand, it's kind of fun and chaotic at times, but it all has a sense of origin that really makes a lot of great detail to your playing come alive when you see that through 1, 2, 2, 1 patterns all over the guitar, a little bit of chromaticism and some dead notes. And of course, with a player like this, there's so many things to take, and it's just barely scratching the surface. But this is good content. It's a little bit different, and that's what we like here at Next Level Guitar, doing stuff just like this. So thank you so much for checking it out. We really appreciate it. Like to say, too, if there's anything else out there that you desire, there is more to you. It is available. Shall I say it now, Mr. Taub? In the YouTube text box below, there is a link. In the
YouTube description box.
The YouTube description box. You can click on a link that's down there, and it's going to give you a free coinciding ebook and video. It's not available on YouTube. It's all really good stuff. And it's stuff that we like to give you for just sticking around and giving us the support. So in that description box, click on that link. You'll get some free stuff. And I'll see you next time. Thank you so much.